Okay, so first of all, how to put a bottle in the wine dispenser. First, you have to open up your wine. Please cut the foil down. Either to this level or down to this level, whatever you prefer is fine. Just make sure you don't pull the cork straight through the foil, because then you end up with jagged pieces of foil all over the lip of the bottle. And since the machine seals by pushing the bottle up against the rubber gasket, it's not going to seal well if you have anything other than a nice smooth surface. So, nice clean glass, no chips in the bottle, please. Wax top bottles, clean all that wax off, and then you're ready to mold the wine. Okay, so open up your bottle, take one of your straws, put it with the filter down into the wine. Just the filter's the little white part, and so now it's ready to put in the machine. A quick note about the straws though, this is just my demo straw. Yours are nice and sanitary, so if you want to keep them sanitary, please use gloves. Whenever you are handling these, consider that if you touch them and then you dunk them into the wine, it's going to spoil the wine pretty quickly. Okay, so then you're ready to come to the machine. You need to access the menu of the dispenser, and the easiest way to access the menu so you can operate the bottle platforms is to use this gray card called the technical card. Okay, so you're going to take this, you're going to put it with a chip facing towards the left all the way into the reader, and wherever you want to load the bottle, unlock the door if it's locked, swing the door open, and then push down. So the button that corresponds to down on the display, push down. Platform drops down, and now you're ready to load up your wine. So what you're going to do is bring the bottle close, feed out as much straw as you need so you can easily do this, and push it up into the tap until it stops. Okay, so there's an O-ring that holds on to it, so push it up nice and firm until it stops. I recommend to hold the bottle up to the seal. If you let it ride with the platform, a lot of times it'll splash, because as soon as you push up, it tries to pressurize the bottle. And if the level of the wine is very high, which a lot of times it will be once you dunk the straw in, it's going to splash wine all over the ceiling. So to avoid that, hold it up nice and firm, okay, so it doesn't have that chance to do the splash. So hold it up to the seal, push up with the other hand, and then feel free to adjust it if it's not quite straight. The label's facing out nice and neat, and you can close the door. If the bottle drops back down within a few seconds, it means it didn't seal properly. Okay, so it does a 10-second pressure test, just like I did here. Actually, there's no bottle there, so if I push up, tries to pressurize it. As soon as it fails the pressure test, it'll automatically push it back down. Okay, if it stayed up, you're good to go. It means it's sealed properly. If it didn't stay up, typically means it's leaking gas around the edges of the bottle for a variety of reasons. Either the bottle's crooked, you left some foil or wax or something on the lip of the bottle that's leaking gas around the edges, or the bottle's not tall enough. So make sure each bottle has a spacer. These spacers do come off. The only reason you should ever take these off is if you need to accommodate a tall bottle like a Riesling or Magnum bottle. But other than that, if you need to, just take the rubber pad, put it on the lower section, and now you have your maximum clearance of up to 13.5 inches tall bottles that you can fit in this dispenser. Okay. Otherwise, if you don't need to take out the spacer, don't take it out, because that's the easiest way to lose them. And most wines require a spacer. Most wines are not tall enough to fit in there without a spacer in place, and then you're gonna have a hard time getting them to seal. Okay. And you can, by the way, you can double up, triple up on these guys. So if you want to accommodate short bottles, splits, 375, 500 milliliter dessert wines, bottles of sake, spirits, those are fine. So just add more spacers from the bottom. As long as the bottle can reach all the way up and seal, you can dispense it. It doesn't have to be wine. It just can't be carbonated. No sparkling wine, no champagne, no beer. A little bit of, like a Fragante that has a little bit of natural carbonation, those are okay. Those are acceptable. So if you've loaded the bottle properly, you can close the door, pull the card out. You can see your 3 different portions: 1/2 ounce, 6 ounce, and 9 ounces. It will not display your portions if your bottle is not correctly loaded, or there's no bottle there. So up arrow, no bottle is there. Okay. And it's not going to allow you to dispense until it's properly sealed. And now to dispense, you're going to use this red card called staff dispensing card. You're going to put it in the same way, chip facing towards the left all the way into the reader. And now it's ready to pour. So as long as this card is in the slot, it will pour, and you can leave it in throughout the shift if you want to. Just keep in mind you don't see the color. The color only shows up when the card is removed and the machine is locked down without the card, okay? So put the card in, ready to pour. And let's use this. Hold the glass under the spout, push and hold for 1 second, and then release. Okay, and then it will pour. I just poured half an ounce, so that's just your little taster. And then wait a couple seconds for it to reset, and it's ready to pour again. Just wait for the little puff at the end that clears the spout, so it doesn't make a mess, and then it's ready to go again. Okay. Started out at 25 ounces. I dispensed 2.5 ounces, so now I'm down to 24 ounces. It does count whenever you dispense out of it. It doesn't know if the bottle's full or not, so it assumes when I put this bottle, it assumes it was a full bottle. And so if you want that to be accurate, always put a full bottle in the machine. Also consider that if you are in a rush and you're tempted to just pour by hand, free pour it to a guest because you want to replace an empty bottle for a new one. If you pour it out here in the open air, you're going to add more oxygen to the bottle, which will reduce the preservation. So we don't recommend it. Also, your counter is off, which is not the biggest deal, but it is a useful tool to keep track of what your bottle level is. Okay, so try not to free pour. Use the machine, dispenses more accurately, and it preserves the wine. Okay. Questions about loading bottles in and out? Anybody want to give a quick hands-on before we move?
For sure.